your silent reverie. You're in the arms of the angel. May you find some comfort here. So tied up in a straight line, and everywhere you turn, there's vultures and thieves at your back. The storm keeps on twisting. You keep on building the lies that you make up for all that you lack. It don't make no it's easier to believe in this sweet madness, or this glorious sadness that brings me to my knees. In the arms of the angel, fly away from here, from this dark, cold hotel room, and the endlessness that you fear. You are pulled from the wreckage of your silent reverie. In the arms of
why do you move? Just got me going. That was bad. We have to take that out. Let's just try to listen now. Let's try to zoom in. Just a couple we can pick from.
It's so creepy.